This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Well, good morning. It is Monday, July 8th, 2019. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Welcome back from a long 4th of July weekend. I hope you enjoyed it, and be sure to check out the pictures of the fantastic Annapolis 4th of July parade. We've got them up there on eyeonannapolis.net, and those are from Glen Miller Photography, who does a wonderful, wonderful job for us. Now on to the news. On Friday, July 5th at about 11:15, the Anne Arundel County Police Department responded to the 500 block of Everett Road in Glen Burnie for a report of shots fired. When they arrived, they found a 29-year-old male suffering from gunshot wound. He was identified as James Antonio Diggs IV of Gwynn Oak, Maryland. He was transported to the University of Maryland Shock Trauma Center and died of his injuries. While they were investigating, the police discovered that there were two other victims from that scene that had taken themselves to area hospitals with what are considered to be non-life-threatening injuries. They were only identified as a 21-year-old female and a 27-year-old male. Detectives have said that all the victims were attending a pool party when an armed individual opened fire, striking all of the victims. That suspect has not been located, and not that it makes much of a difference. We do understand that this was a private party with a paid admission fee. And the Anne Arundel County Police are urging anyone with any information to contact them at 410-222-4731, or if you want to remain anonymous, 410-222-4700. If you've ever had anything to do with the Maryland Department of Labor, you want to listen up here. They are notifying about 78,000 customers about a potential unauthorized activity in two of its database systems. The department said on Friday that while some personally identifiable information may have been accessed without authorization, an investigation has determined that there has not been any misuse of the data. I'm not quite sure how they can figure that out just yet, but that's what they say. The two databases that were impacted are Literacy Works Information System and a legacy unemployment insurance database. The Department of Labor is encouraging anybody who may be impacted to monitor their credit accounts, and anybody that is affected will be offered 2 free years of credit monitoring through an independent service. If you have any questions or you believe you are affected by this breach, you can contact them at 410-767-5899 or send them an email to dataincident.labor@maryland.gov. On October 1st, people that are getting a new driver's license will be able to select gender X instead of the M for male or F for female, and the Maryland Board of Elections has followed suit. Late last week, they did agree to make a similar change in their voter registration form, with one member saying that because we get so many registrations from the MVA, it makes sense that the fields match. Another member of the board was not quite sure why we needed to do it, saying, "Why do we care? You don't need to show your ID when you vote in the first place." In the end, it did pass. The change won't cost the state anything since the statewide voter registration database already has an unspecified gender listed, so they just have to edit the forms before the next batch is printed out. So if you are of the mind to put a gender X instead of male or female, you can do that when you register to vote. Sliding over into sports news, the Boston Red Sox have signed 4th-round draft pick Noah Song from the U.S. Naval Academy, who might not be able to begin his full-time pro career until 2021. That all depends on the President of the United States. Song, who's 22, has to serve at least 2 years of military duty before he can petition to finish the rest of his 5-year commitment as a reservist. The right-hander will pitch for a short-season Lowell this summer before reporting for active duty on November 1st to train as a flight officer. Now, President Trump has signed a presidential memorandum last month ordering the Pentagon to develop a policy to allow athletes attending military academies to play professional sports immediately after graduation. However, that policy has not been implemented or announced. So that could affect Noah Song as he makes his way through the Red Sox organization. Last year, Song went 11-1 with a 1.44 ERA, and he was one of 4 finalists for the Golden Spikes Award. And he is the highest selected draftee ever from the Naval Academy. And speaking of sports, apparently there was some sort of a soccer game yesterday, and the U.S. women's team beat the Netherlands 2-0, so go women. Okay, that is about it for the news. I think I'm getting back in the swing of things, so you want to hang tight. We've got George Young with DMV Weather on deck with your local weather forecast. But first, a quick message about Kegs and Corks, which is coming up sooner than you think on August 17th.
Hey, it's Gina Crash. Join me Saturday, August 17th for the Kegs and Corks Festival at the Anne Arundel County Fairgrounds. Tickets benefit the Special Olympics of Maryland and include a souvenir glass, unlimited wine and beer samples, plus live music by Amish Outlaws, J. Corsi Willis and the Stone Authors, and XPD Band. Enjoy over 80 Maryland wines, 40 craft beers, incredible food, unique arts and crafts, and more. Go now to kegsandcorksfest.com for tickets.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, July 8th. After a steamy weekend, temps will be much nicer today with highs in the low to mid-80s, but it does come with another chance of showers and thunderstorms as a slow-moving frontal boundary with low pressure moving along it continues to creep south and east of the region. Once cleared, sunny skies will return tomorrow through Thursday with highs each day in the 85 to 92 degree range before upper 80s to near 90 on Friday with a small chance of more showers and storms. And looking ahead to the weekend, it should be more sunshine and heat with highs 87 to 94 degrees both days. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there. Be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching for DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores, and also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and on our website at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
There is a diamond of diamonds. It's from De Beers. Only 14 diamond tears in the world can touch them. Its name, Forevermark. And Zachary's is the only jeweler in the Annapolis area that has it. Not only is it beautiful and rare, it has a story, supporting women in diamond-producing areas around the world. So when you give a Forevermark diamond, you don't just give, you give back. Zachary's and Forevermark, a jeweler and a jewel. Online at zacharysjewelers.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.